Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Intellectual Saviors of Wrestling with your hosts, the Master of the Brain Damage, Martin, and the one and only Sam H. And this is the episode 4 of the Recycle Bin, looking at famous repackagings and recyclings of wrestlers over the years. And today we're going to be looking at a guy who's been in the company for quite a long time, Glenn Jacobs.
Just over 20 years.
That was a long time.
95 he came into the company. We haven't really seen an awful lot of him the last year or two, but yeah, he's still hanging around.
Yeah, like a bad smell. He came into the company in 1995, wrestled a few matches as Mike Unabomb.
Yeah, as you said, mostly dark matches, not an awful lot of television time. So yeah, he had this character for about 6 months, and then he disappeared, and then he would return as Isaac Yankin.
Oh, Isaac Yankin DDS.
Yeah, and he was Jerry Lawler's personal dentist.
You see, I remember like his initial promo videos of him and Jerry Lawler at a dentist pulling people's teeth out.
Oh, they were quite brutal.
And the guy was screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was very involved in the Jerry Lawler v Bret Hart feud that was going on at the time.
Yeah, they touched on the whole guy getting tortured in the dentist chair for that one. Yeah,
I think even his finishing move was called the dentist chair.
Well, good memory. I remember Isaac Yankin, but I couldn't tell you what his finisher was.
I mean, looking back on it, he had a curly blonde hair, bad teeth, which is weird for a dentist.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think he'd have perfect teeth, but no, not Isaac.
The character didn't really take off. I think he only did it for about 6 months or so.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever going to fully catch on with the crowd.
And then he came back in 96. Oh god, I don't even want to bring up this storyline. In the heel JR storyline.
Yeah, Glenn then returned to the company as Fake Diesel.
Yes, JR's attempts to embarrass the World Wrestling Federation brought out Fake Diesel and Fake Razor Ramon.
Yeah, to be fair, you could sort of tell straight away with the Fake Diesel, but I'll give him his dues. You did sort of sit there and think from it, is that Razor Ramon? Isn't it?
It sort of looked like him.
Yeah. Well, it was a lot more convincing than Fake Diesel.
This storyline was all mainly because, well, Vince wanted to get back at Hall and Nash for leaving for WCW. It wasn't going to be anything long term because the fans saw through it.
Well, yeah. I want to mention you've got Hall and Nash on WCW television every week as well.
And I don't think it lasted. I think it was another 6 months, and Glenn quickly vanished off TV again until his most famous repackaging.
Ah, yes.
Bad Blood in 1997.
Yeah, I believe it was the Hell in a Cell match between the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, for weeks Paul Bearer had been saying to Undertaker that his brother was alive and he didn't burn down. Real personal storyline back then.
Yeah, it was pretty gruesome.
And then we got the introduction of Kane right at the end of that match. And Vince McMahon did the classic commentary line, "That's gotta be Kane."
Yeah, it was quite a brutal entrance. He come in, he literally ripped the door off of the Hell in a Cell, and Undertaker was just looking bemused, going, "What the hell? What is going on here?"
I don't know, it was quite a successful debut. Immediately in a rivalry with one of the top stars in the business.
Yeah, so...
and they had some great matches. The WrestleMania 14 match.
Oof.
Unforgiven, the Inferno the next month.
Oh yeah. First ever Inferno match.
And over the years, they've been a tag team and fought each other, then been a tag team again, fought each other again.
Very much a love-hate relationship.
Now, for the next part, although he's been Kane for, well, pretty much 20 years or so, he's had various repackagings as Kane.
Yeah.
The first one came in 2002. And he'd been injured, vanished off TV for a few months, and he came back with a different ring attire and a half mask instead of the full mask.
Yeah, that's right. And
many people at the time thought it was a different guy.
Yeah, I remember. Well, to be fair as well, there's been ongoing rumours of people saying that Mark Calloway hasn't always been the Undertaker.
Oh, that's rubbish. We all know he has been.
Yeah.
No, that arguably was one of the most successful periods in Kane's career. He won the Intercontinental title a couple of times, tag team titles a couple of times.
Yeah. Trying to think of the timeline. Would one of them have been with X-Pac?
Yep.
And then
it was in 2000.
Yeah, and then again, Kane's another one. He's had a fair few tag team partners. I want to say he tagged with Jericho in the past.
Possibly. I don't think they were tag champions. I think he won it with the Hurricane.
Oh, who can forget Hurricane?
Yeah. Of course, with the Undertaker.
Yep, yeah, Brothers of Destruction.
And with the Big Show.
Yeesh. That was an early contender for Team Ugly.
Oh, yeah. And then in 2003, we had a major repackaging of Kane when he took his mask off for the first time.
Yeah, admittedly, I'm going to put a lot of the blame of this one on Jerry Lawler, though, because I think they've done as best as they could creative team-wise and that, but it was just the whole when he removed his mask and you could sort of like see that like all the paint around his eye and that had been sort of, smudged and rubbed off and that, and then, he just had, apart from that, he just had a normal face, and then King's just flipping all going, oh my god, oh look at the face, oh it's horrible.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing because we had the years of saying Kane was burnt in a fire and that's why he had to wear the mask. And the mask came off and he was just a normal guy.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then he just went to the trousers. He didn't have a tie at all.
I think originally in the beginning he wore a towel on his head. And
yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had a black towel over his head.
And this was the part of his career we referred to as Bald Kane. Or as I called him, the Big Red Potato.
Yeah, just quickly referencing before we carry on though. We did forget one thing though before the whole unmasking and that.
Yeah.
It was, most people would argue, highly unsuccessful, but at King of the Ring 1998, we did see Kane claim the WWF Championship over Stone Cold Steve Austin. Unfortunately for Kane, it only lasted 24 hours.
Ew.
He lost it the next night back to Austin.
Yeah, and I think he's still in the top 5 shortest reigns in the WWE Championship picture.
Without a doubt.
I kind of skipped over that because it wasn't really successful.
No, but it was just a quick mention, he did actually win the main title. Well, it was only for 24 hours. It did happen.
And then he had another quite successful period as Bald Kane. He won the ECW title. He won the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Numerous tag titles with numerous partners.
Yeah.
And, he was face, he was heel.
Or as bad as Big Show going from face to heel, but...
Not that many.
Yeah, you had a few face and heel turns.
And then he got another repackaging in the early 2010s. I think it was Money in the Bank 2011. Mark Henry injured him, broke his ankle.
I believe was that in the possibly in the Hall of Pain phase.
Yeah. And then Kane vanished off TV for 6 months or so. And we started getting videos of Kane being remasked again.
Yeah, which was slightly surprising because we'd gone many years without seeing the mask.
He must have had about 7 years of being bald.
Yeah.
And so January 2012, I think it was, he came back and he had 2 new masks. There was a silver one,
Yeah.
which he wore to the ring, and he had a new red one.
Yeah, this one, it was just all completely like dark red.
And this is the one he still wears to this day.
Yeah.
So no, he's had another successful period as a remask.
Yeah. Probably his most successful part of this repackaging was very humorous and very entertaining Team Hell No.
Yeah. Great tag team.
Yeah, and again, Kane getting hold of the tag team titles with Daniel Bryan.
Yep, he had a US title match with Dean Ambrose a couple of times.
Yeah.
So he's had more title opportunities.
Yes, and who can forget the infamous segments with Dr. Shelby?
Ah, yeah. Always fun. These segments were fun because they sort of showed that Kane, while being a monster, he can also do quite a lot of comedy.
I was just randomly thinking, actually, did we have that random rap angle with Kane and Daniel Bryan?
Curly Kane and B-Dazzle. It was hilarious.
Yeah, didn't Daniel Bryan come out and he'd wet all his hair down and that, and he had a great big chain around his neck and that.
And Kane had a gangster hat on and a t-shirt.
That was right.
Oh, hilarious. Look it up. Go on to YouTube. B-Dazzle, Curly Kane. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then, arguably one of the most controversial repackagings he's had in his career. This must have been during the Authority angle, 2014 or 15.
Yeah.
He lost the match and he gave his mask to Stephanie McMahon and said, "The demon is under your control." And the next week he came out in a suit.
Yeah. He would later be known as Corporate Kane.
Yeah, I mean, this was a real departure.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite perfectly honest, after all these characters and repackagings of that character, to then see Kane with no mask and wearing a suit, it was a huge change.
Yeah, I mean, it shocked me completely. I mean, I was happy because at that time, the Demon Kane was getting quite stale.
Yeah. Yeah, and at the end of the day, we'd seen it for many years, and it was getting to the stage now where we're just all like, what has he got left to do?
So I think making him be like backstage, an authority figure, it worked for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was his title within the authority?
Director of Operations.
That's the one.
He famously had that mug that had "World's Greatest Director of Operations" on it, which he referenced quite a few times.
Yeah.
And it was during this period that he sort of became a split personality character, like Mick Foley, where he would go from Director of Operations to the Demon and back again.
Yeah, because as you say, after he gave the mask to Stephanie and that, didn't she put it in this little glass cabinet on a stand and that?
Yes.
Yeah, and then I think it was a little while before, and she just said, put this on.
Yeah, that was during the Daniel Bryan feud.
That was it, yeah.
Gave the mask back to him, and that brought back Kane as a heel.
Yep. Doing Triple H's dirty work for him.
Yeah. Occasionally, he still goes back to Corporate Kane. We saw him a few weeks ago, wanting to be the general manager.
Yeah. Amongst loads of other former general managers and people of authority.
And they referenced his feud with Shane McMahon.
Oh, jeez.
That was a great feud. They had some really good matches during that period.
Yeah, you can forget the ambulance match.
Yep, Survivor Series 2003.
Yeah, that was a really good one. And then, let's say one of the most risque angles I think they've possibly ever done. Kane had handcuffed Shane to the turnbuckle when was torturing him, and well, let's put it politely and try and keep it as PG as possible, where he had his nether regions toasted.
Yeah, this was uncomfortable viewing. He electrocuted his testicles. Christ. That bit was up there with JR being set on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Which at the time I thought was a legit thing. I thought he had done it.
Yeah.
It's only looking back on it now that you can sort of see where the stunt double comes in.
Yeah, and it was...
Or the dummy, whatever you'd call it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was... he just sort of stood still there on all fours and then... As you say, you look back on it now, and it's a very blatant recording of JR just going,
It's still funny though.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I just loved Austin trying to calm him down. Put the casket down, you sick son of a bitch.
Because that was sure helping. Oh god.
Oh dear.
So no, at this present moment in time, Kane still shifts between Demon and Corporate every so often. He doesn't appear all that often anymore.
No. But then I think he's one of these people he doesn't need to. We discussed it not too long ago, except for the Independence Day episode. When was the last time he saw Big Show in a match?
That's true. He's just been doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So no, Kane, he's had a stellar career and he's bound to be in the Hall of Fame one day.
Without a doubt, man. He's accomplished a lot of accolades, and just the fact that he's lasted in the company just over 20 years is a hell of an achievement.
Yeah, full credit to the man. I mean, for all the stuff he's been given, and he's been given some crap. I mean, let's not forget Katie Vick. Ugh.
Yeah, we're going to stop that one right there, because
I'm not going into that.
There was a certain Mickey take an angle with Triple H, and it was just disturbing to watch.
Yeah,
it truly was.
I mean, they even referenced it in the anger management thing. Kane said, I once had a girlfriend called Katie, but we don't talk about that.
No. Let's just say there was some necrophilia-esque stuff involved, and that's all we're going to say on it.
I bet you that was Vince.
Yeah, Vince.
So no, I think that is the last repackaging Kane's ever going to have. I can't see him having another one.
No, and well, even if he does, it's just going to be probably him going back to being the Demon permanently, if anything.
Yeah. So no, well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of The Recycle Bin. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on the Twitter @TheIntellectualSOW. And from your hosts, the Master of the Brain Damage,
I've been Martin.
And the one and only Sam H. We will see you again on the next episode. See ya.